Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kenneth. Today we are going to be checking out the newest special clip slash release from HUI. This is Chapcho and it's with Chang Hye-jin. Full disclosure going into this, I don't know much about Chang Hye-jin, but from all of the promotional materials and stuff that we've seen coming out, um, I'm so looking forward to this. So some things before we get into this reaction. First of all, this is a reaction. This is not a substitute for the original content. I will be pausing as I see fit. I am autistic. I often pause in order to help myself process what I want to say, as well as allowing me not to miss anything while I do so. So if that's not for you, that's totally fine, but this is your pause warning. Please support the original song, the original video. Another thing before we get into this, it's interesting. The Korean title is Chapcho, and the English title is Nameless. And I find that really interesting because of the fact that according to a quick Google, so this might be completely wrong, Chapcho is Korean for the word weeds. So like stuff in your garden you don't really want. So it's an interesting contrast there, not contrast, link there between the English title and the Korean title. But without any further ado, because I have talked a little bit, let's get into Chapcho by Hui and Chang Hye-jin. I'm already really looking forward to this. The pictures were, oh. I like that font and the coloring. Oh my god. I might have to, hang on, I might have to turn this up just a little bit. Sorry. I'm loving the piano so far. Oh my god, he looks so good. Oh. I'm already pausing and I'm gonna go back, don't worry. His vocal tone is something like so special to hear. He has one of the best voices in K-pop, I think, just ever. And I just from obviously the beginning, I kind of accidentally spoiled myself when I loaded the video because I couldn't pause it in time. I did hear the piano, so I was expecting a ballad, but he really, really shines in songs like ballads because he's able to show off all of this amazing range and technique and power that he has. Sorry, as I said, I'm gonna go back. Don't worry. This outfit, I'm sorry, the outfit and the styling, oh, so good. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. It's like a lullaby. Okay, so this song so far, lyrically, we're seeing a kind of a conflict with identity, it seems like. He talks about being forced into something, because of his birth, that he didn't choose to, and how he wants to get away from it. I'm loving these lyrics. I also saw the nameless part, I guess, of the title, the English title. So that kind of makes sense as well why it was probably kind of chosen as the English title. But what I was gonna say is it's really, really interesting then, because I don't know about in Korea, and I don't know about anywhere else, but in the UK, um, chapcho, weeds, if that translation is right, um, weeds are considered a bad thing. Like, you're always trying to kill the weeds, get rid of the weeds. There's about like 50 different marketing products, products marketed at killing weeds and stuff. So I was expecting a different vibe, but he talks about oh wait, never mind. No, did I misunderstand this? Oh, okay. I misread. I'm so sorry. I misread. So he says, "I too wished I were a flower." I misread that. Um, so no, ignore this thing I just said. Um, so he is basically this song is basically talking about how he was born into nothing, effectively. So it's the opposite of what I was saying. He was born into nothing, and obviously the flower is the metaphor for something greater, the comparison between flowers and weeds. Exactly what I was saying. So I'm really, really sorry about that. I messed that up. This is why it's good to pause, you guys. This is why it's good to pause, because I would have missed that if I hadn't have started this thought train, and then I would have felt really, really silly. Okay, so now it makes sense. Everything makes sense in my head. So sorry about that, guys. I'm loving the accompaniment. This guitar, it's not taking away from the piano. There's like an ambient string as well. Oh, I like this hopeful tone. Oh, I didn't mean to pause it. My hand came down. I'm so sorry. Two words for this song: musical theater. He delivers this with such emotion and such passion that this could be like a song on like Broadway or equivalent stages. I'm not sure of the equivalent Korean theater kind of institution. Like London has the West End and stuff. This would be the perfect song for almost like a Cinderella story, that kind of person that's seen as nothing, but has something special to them. And I like that he talks about here. I'm gonna go back because I just had to pause because I messed up the whole flow. But he talks about here about watering the soil and waiting for his small bud to bloom. And that's such a lovely metaphor for saying I put in the work to get where I am today and to be the person that I am today and to do what I'm doing today. So I am going to go back to this part because, as I said, I was so taken aback by how the chorus sounds. Then when I put my hand down, my keyboard is here, so I put my hand down on the space bar. I'm loving the ha sound in the background. It's like, oh, and its falsetto is. I've got chills. I'm shaking. He looks flawless as well. Can we talk about that? Ooh. Ooh, okay. Oh, I like her voice already. I want to talk about the lyrics, but also the staging here. I was talking about how ethereal, and I've been using that word, but look at the way that this cinematically is shot. You've got all that beautiful, it's like a beautiful heavenly glow from the kind of the key light on the side, and then but the way that it kind of falls across her suit jacket and her well, her whole ensemble really. It really makes her stand out, and it's perfect for the metaphor that they're going with this song. Because if you look at like all around her, obviously it's grass and it's patched, patchy kind of stuff of kind of set, in terms of the flowers and stuff. The flowers, the what do you call it? The grass, the nature. And then she's literally like in the center, and it's almost exactly like what he was saying in the first verse about watering the soil and his bud blossoming. Here it feels almost like it feels like this is the time of the acceptance of that work paying off to me visually. I was gonna say this lyric here, it feels like as I was saying, there was like an acceptance, but there's almost like there's still a doubt here, because obviously Chang Ye-jin is asking us and asking herself, is this the ending I've wanted? Almost that kind of thing of, I've put all this work in and I've gotten somewhere, but is this the road that I actually wanted to take? Is this actually where I wanted to be? And I love this metaphor here of a zephyr blowing them off course. I'm gonna say both Hui and Chang Ye-jin were blown off by this zephyr, because it feels like they're talking about the same story to me. Because it's obviously a zephyr, I think, is like a hurricane, certainly like maybe a big storm or something. And so that idea that you've been knocked off your path, but you've still ended up somewhere, it's such a common thing, I feel like. You hear it all the time as a reflective kind of point of view. Not exclusively, but certainly when you get older. Kind of like, oh, I should have done this differently, or oh, I wasn't able to do this because of this, and this. And so it's very it feels very relatable. I love her voice, and I just want to say, both her and Hui in this music video, stunning. Oh, I really want to check out more of Chang Ye-jin's music and other stuff. I don't know if that's also, if she just does music or if she's an actor or anything else like that. I'm really enjoying this, you guys. I'm loving how hopeful the music in the background sounds behind her as well. Ooh. I love the way that she almost has a lower tone. Because obviously, like, he went up into his falsetto there in his chorus. But Chang Ye-jin almost feels like she's got like a lower vocal tone to him. And I've said this before in my reactions to V's music. Um, he his music really works well when he has that in the songs where he has those duet songs. I should specify those duet songs really work well when he has that contrast to play off of between his lighter higher falsettos. It's nice to have that contrast with some lower tones. Again, her voice is stunning. I love that the camera comes in here when the shouted in the dark lyric. I love the way she's delivering this in comparison to how he delivered it. I love one thing I didn't notice in the first chorus is the way that the lyric was talking about the old convictions, and your records may crumble. There's an ephemeral nature to like everything that we capture and stuff like that. Even like if you write a book about someone, like an autobiography or something. But there'll always be. I like that contrast between, not that contrast, that link between that, and the idea of the storm, because that too will not last forever. But in contrast, I like the fact that the sun, which obviously is a big importance in growth, in a very literal sense for plants. I love that here the metaphorical sun, signifying the care and the love that they've put into their art and their into their being, and to get to where they are, will be there after the sun. After all that difficulty, it's almost like as well, you're kind of your Garden of Eden, your promised land kind of ideas. After your turmoil and after your struggles, you get something out of it, even if it's just, it doesn't have to be like a material thing, but like you get something like even just the satisfaction of knowing you worked hard to get where you are. Again, I love the both choruses. I love the way that hers differs from Hui's. Oh, this is such a good duet song, and we haven't even heard them sing together yet. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm sure we will. Right? But like, I love. I'm gonna shut up. Such a simple but beautiful lyric. Well, I love the way that they fade out both parts of that chorus. Ooh. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. We're going back, but I had to see that part. So many like good emotions. Like, as I said, I've been shaking this entire time, just from how good this song is. Again, I love the way that their tones perfectly complement each other. And I love the way that I'm 90% sure that Chang Hye-jin's harmony was the lower part. Obviously, yes, we know that we had the high note there of the two, but I'm 90% sure in that kind of layering that she had the lower harmony. This, like, I'm gonna call it like a middle eight bridge section. I can word. Is so good at both continuing the themes of the song that we've gotten so far, while creating a new layer of empowerment to it. Because we've when you think about a flower, and this lyric on screen is the perfect kind of thing for me to talk about. But when you think about a flower, obviously they blossom and they bloom every year. But for me, it's the way that you're taking something that is normal and like expected and maybe not a big deal, but here it's adding this whole kind of other layer of importance to it by saying, because it's so expected, there's no, the usual phrase would be like, the sky is the limit, the sky isn't and da-da-da-da. But I like the way that this is a nice twist on that, because it still puts the onus, and I'm going to say the characters of Hui and Chang Hye-jin, it puts the onus on them to continue working and pushing forward and creating their own paths. It doesn't empower. It's not like a kind of thing of like, I did some hard work, got to point B, and now I'm done and I'm just going to rake everything in, or and stuff like that. It's, I've gotten to point B, but that's not the end of the journey. It's almost like this is just a stop off. My journey's still going to continue. I've still got things to do, and so I'm still going to put in the work, almost because of taking it back to that kind of that earlier line about being a nameless. I can't remember the exact quote. The nameless, like the nameless weed and the nameless flower, weed, and stuff. Almost because of that vivid kind of memory of being in that place, because of how easy it is to go back to that place. I'm gonna come back to this moment here, where they come onto the kind of the set together, at least in frame anyway. It gives, there's something so powerful about it. I don't know, like here, it almost looks like, especially because it's like the star background, it almost gives them a universal feel, like almost like they're like powerful beings, maybe gods or something. Do you know what I mean? It gives that kind of vibe, especially with the outfits. And I'm still obsessed with this like turtleneck that Hui has on. I think he really, really suits it. I think it is. I don't think it's a separate piece from the shirt. Yeah, I need to hear this again. I love that imitation in the piano. I love that everything comes in here too. Okay, pausing here again. I love the fact that even hit their dreams will be trampled out because because obviously, and again, I'm loving this plant-based, nature-based metaphor that's running throughout this entire song. As a plant grows, or as a tree grows, as a anything kind of like that grows, it crowds out everything else. And I love the metaphor of the barren land, the desert kind of esque spaces, becoming full of life. And I love it's almost like a fortune being changed, the tables being turned, because of all this work. And then back to the dreams. The dreams probably in this kind of metaphor are the guiding, the guiding. All I can think of is, like when you have those trees and those little plants that you put the support things around to help them grow straight. It feels like that kind of thing. And then now the kind of the flower has grown and blossomed so much, and they've done so much as people that not only are those supports and guides not needed anymore, but they've encompassed them. You can't even see their dreams anymore because they've achieved them, yes, but because it's almost a celebration, it feels like to me, of how good they are here. They talk about in the chorus singing their lungs out, and I think that's it feels like a humble. This is going to probably sound weird, a humble boasting, because it's saying, look at where I am. But it's a humble boasting because it's, look at where I came from. Look at what I put into this to get here. And also just imagine your world being literally changed, as the kind of the metamorphosis is described in this section of the song. Imagine your world being changed from, and I don't know either Hui or Chang Hye-jin's life before their careers, but imagine like struggling to do something, or struggling, or not having whatever struggles it is, going from that place to this new kind of stop, this new location, and everything looks great, because obviously it's not like Hui and Chang Hye-jin were literally born in a desert, I don't think. But obviously your world can look very different when you're held back, or you're restricted from opportunities, or things like that. And so it's also an appreciation for life as well, being able to have turned all of that around. I need to hear this section one more time, you guys. One more time. I love the light in between them too. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I love that they're smiling as they're doing this. Oh, this. I love hearing the little ad-libs in the background too. I'm loving the accompaniment. I'm not gonna pause yet. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. I had like chills and shakes. I still like feel in my chest like a little bit like oh um uh, I don't even know where to begin with this. Um Flawless songwriting. Flawless songwriting. I'm just gonna check to see if we have credits. We do not have credits. So I'm going to run on the assumption that at the very least we wrote and produced this song. If anyone knows anything else, please let me know. I don't know if Chang Hyejin also had a part in any of the production or writing. Again, let me know. I'm just gonna go off of the limited um, information slash no information that's available. Um, Songwriting, uh, he's done it again. Um, I said it at the beginning of the reaction that he has one of the best voices in K-pop. He also has the one of the best talents when it comes to songwriting and production in K-pop. Um, he's able to meticulously and really flawlessly um, journey through different genres and different sounds. You know, his first mini album had a vastly different array of sounds to each other. You know, let alone to this. Um, this song allowed both Hui and Chang Yejin um, to shine as individuals, which is important with a duet. Um, a duet is meant to be a song of two people, yes, but it's meant to be balanced. Um, and so even though at the end, for instance, there were ad libs and different kind of show offy, um, shiny moments, in the vocals and things like that, it never took away from either performer. It didn't say like, "Oh, this is my stage," Um, and you can see even I think even visually when you look at just how they are on the set here. Um, and obviously, I don't know them personally or anything like that, but just looking at them and how they interact with one another, there's a tremendous amount of respect between both of these people. Um, you know, and a respect for their craft as well. Um, I love how simple this music video was. Um, a song like this, they could have gone many different ways. They could have gone animated, the idea of the flowers and the nature themes. They could have had, visual effects, CGI, all the bells and whistles. Um, but I think the real simplicity of the single set, um, the I'm assuming it's a set built on a soundstage. The controlled lighting um, really kind of hits the point of being a hard worker even more. Um, I think just because when it tells the story really well from a visual perspective, um, but also I think it allows less distractions, because it allows you really to focus on the chemistry between Hui and Chang Hye-jin, um, and really hear the song. But as well, and again, this is a visual thing, but the minimalist section, set design allows the story, of the lyrics, not just the story of the song, the story of the specific lyrics, um, to really be emphasized upon. Like Chang Hye-jin had a lyric about being, I think it was the start of her chorus, um, about being surrounded by darkness, and I think he had a similar kind of shot. But they moved, with Chang Hye-jin, they moved from the wider shot where you can see her surrounded by the weeds, um, into a close-up shot, and the close-up shot was really well shot because it was literally darkness surrounding her. Obviously there was light, a little bit of light in the scene, but it really, again, really highlighted that story, and it emphasized the lonely struggle of the song. Um, as I said, I had chills throughout this entire song. I'm still on like a come down from this song. Um, I knew from the concept slash digital cover art for this, which are also shots from the music video. I think obviously taken separately, but on the set. Um, I knew from seeing those that this song would be something special. Um, I think I don't know if I said this when I reacted to Hui's mini album. So if I didn't, I'll say it here. But if I did, I'm just repeating myself. But it's true. Hui has an excellent ability to choose collaborators, not just from what I've already said multiple times. Whoops, sorry guys. Not from just what I've said about the kind of the layering and the harmonies and stuff like that, but he has a really good collaborative eye in terms of giving himself space to be creative, and explore his genres and his tastes, while also being able to give that whom he is working with their own space. I said it during the reaction. Hui's chorus sounded different to Chang Hye-jin's chorus. And at the end, especially when they came in together, they weren't battling for space in the mix of the song. They weren't trying to show off their skills. They were showing off their skills, but they weren't showing off their skills in a way of, look at me, I'm the better person in this duet, or, don't look at them. It was in keeping with the lyrics, especially the singing our lungs out lyric. But it was entirely balanced. And again, I think that's a remarkable trait in Hui about being able to choose who he collaborates with. Because again, and I think I did say this in the mini album reaction, he could have, just like in those songs in the mini album, he could have made this song a solo song. I'm working under the presumption that he wrote and produced the song, or had a very big hand in doing so. So he could have easily have said solo song, but he didn't, and so it's a very important and dare I say, beautiful trait to have, to be able to not only pick whom you want to work with, who you want to work with, whom it is you want to work with, but also give them the space to be an equal part in that. You know, you hear all the time songs with featuring so and so, and it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds of one person and 30 seconds of a rap or something like that. It's, you know, and with this, I loved that they had. I'm 90% sure they had equal kind of time, whether it was their kind of their solo lines and their verse and chorus, or when they were actually singing together at the end. And I think that's a really, really, really beautiful thing. Um, so yeah, this has been a very long reaction, and I apologize for that. This is how I usually react to things. As I said, this is a reaction video. This is not a substitute for the original content. Please, if my reaction has not told you anything, please go and support the original video. This is beautiful. This song is amazing, wonderful. Oh, I've still got chills. So please support the original. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any information or anything about the song that I haven't covered, because I don't know a lot, please feel free to leave it in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this with me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone. Bye.